Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is another guest video from Heavy Arms Zero, aka Ford, aka Silver Lightning. To go with the Wing Gundam Zero custom video from Saturday, this is the Tallgeese 3. And boy, it looks like it has an interesting set of moves. It seems very well rounded because it has really solid both ranged and melee options. I feel like it has different ways of using the mega cannon, one being the Garaby type there, one being the more standard shot here. Has two beam sabers, a single and double, and has a version of the heat rod with a new skill that lets you pull people towards you as you knock them down if you have not, knocked them down before. I'm pretty sure Heavy just used it in the middle of that combo, but since they were already being knocked down, it did not have that effect. It also has shooting boost, which is basically similar to overboost in that you get a timer where you can just fire while boosting and have thrust until it runs out, and then super slow thruster cooldown, and once that's over you can just use it again. I think though, unlike overboost and more like EX boost, it does have the version of things where if you dodge or tackle during the countdown, it will shorten the timer, which fair trade-off for the ability to fire while boosting as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, just like Wing Zero Custom, it looks really good. This, I feel like its tool set is a little bit less all over the map. It has beams, it has more beams, it has sabers, it has more sabers, and it has a heat rod. But yeah, I don't know, just feels a little bit more coherent and easier to manage, at least watching it. If I hopefully get one or both of these one day, I will, I'll report back. But let's see. Good shot there. Now, Tallgeese 3 is a general, so it does have type advantage against Wing Zero Custom. Still like the original Tallgeese. I'm sure it would be a significantly, lower cost machine. Let's see, I think TV Wing Zero is also a 700, so thinking probably Tallgeese 1 would be a 600. That would probably be a good place for that. But yeah, I feel like the original Tallgeese design is my favorite of the three. But let's see, shooting boost online, good damage there. That Wing Zero Custom decided not to go for Heavy and went for someone else. But yeah, Heavy is very low on health and very low on teammates, so it's a good time to be not there. Unfortunately, I think they finally, looks very much like they finally spotted him. And yeah, that's going to be that for this life. Let's see. And that is, I think, an Amaxa that was just wiggling there, which I'll tell you, I hope I saved it. It might still be on the hard drive somewhere. Once upon a time in, I think, Dark Souls 3, somebody killed me and wiggled on me like that and was not paying attention and fell off a cliff. And it was just like, that felt really good. Let's see. But yeah, so far Heavy's team is kind of behind. They're down 4,900 to 9,700, but they've got 4 minutes to fix that. So, just kind of funny to me that I don't usually comment on usernames, but just being a player of Fate Grand Order, it's funny to see both an Ozymandias and a Gilgamesh on this team. That's just kind of amusing. Because they are kind of very similar characters. Matter of fact, I believe that in the prototype version of Fate, Ozymandias played the role that Gilgamesh wound up playing in Fate Stay Night. But yeah, just random blather. Like I said, I don't tend to call attention to usernames just because, I don't know, without permission that feels weird and rude, but just, the brain is wandering and the brain goes wherever. So, yeah. If you're out there, I hope you don't mind that I mentioned you. And let's see. got some good shots in with shooting boost. Team has caught up, and yeah, now out of boost, so it's a good time to just take cover and charge beams. And beam is charged. Pretty good steering on that, too. Just a lot of times, of course, it is really kind of hard to steer the beam hose to the point where it can, keep hitting what you want with that damage. But hey, I wonder what priority melee Tallgeese 3 has. I almost, I know that Wing Zero Custom caught it, but I feel like it almost has to have priority 3 because, you're gonna want to have those two clash. So whatever the priorities are, I feel like they got to match. And I don't think anything with heavy attack has a priority lower than 3. If so, please, remind me. But yeah, 2 minutes to go. Enemy team has pulled ahead a little bit again, but yeah, so far not bad. Like I said, Tallgeese 3 looks really good. It is another one of those things like Wing Zero Custom where, yeah, if you are good with aerial combat, you are gonna really excel with this, I think, because it can obviously fight on the ground just fine, but yeah, being able to shoot things while boosting in the air and other, some of the other aerial things it can do, that is good stuff. Okay, looks like Heavy got the mobile suit. Number 4 is going after the pilot. I think they got him. Yep. And yeah, Heavy was trying to help, accidentally hit them, said sorry. And there is that. Yep, can just keep circling them, and wow, that was a lot of damage. Yeah, that downswing. Oh, wow. Yeah, just that. And I'm pretty sure, well, I was trying to keep track of the damage from what sources to make the numbers go that high, but I'm pretty sure the 6,000 that I saw go by was like the 2 beam saber attacks. Yeah, so the double beam saber, and then the heat rod was after that, I think. But yeah, like I said, this thing can also just chain attacks like there's no tomorrow. And in 49 seconds, there will not be, at least for this round. Yeah, Heavy seem back ahead, and just at this point, you play defensively. You try and focus down the people who come attack your team, and just keep everybody alive as best you can. Because yeah, you're kind of better off generally playing defensively with a lead at this point in the match. Good shot, but also at the same time, yeah, it just, I don't know where I was going with that. Oh well, brain. But yeah, I've been in the other position too, and just, you got to push when you're behind at the end of the match. It may not go well, but it's pretty much your only shot. But yeah, did not work out for the enemy team. Worked great for Heavies. They expanded their lead, and that is the round. Okay, I like the pose. And yeah, 162,000 damage, 6,800 score. And let's see what the final count is. It is 8-2. Very nice. So yeah, that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later. I'd like to get some kind of modern Tallgeese model. I'm pretty sure there's master grades. I know there's real grades. Really just like the TV version of Tallgeese 1, but I don't think there is a one of those out there. There's the Endless Waltz version, and I think a variant on that that's supposedly in TV colors, but it's not, as I recall, it's not quite right. But yeah, and of course there's a slight physical difference. The Endless Waltz Tallgeese, I believe the booster's attached to the back instead of the shoulders, or I may have that backwards. But yeah, not quite the same thing. And, I would love a high grade update to that original no grade Tallgeese. It would be really nice.